Phantom Lady. This story might be called Murder on the High Seas, except for the fact that it occurs on Lake Erie. You see, Sandra Knight, it's she with the smile, is spending the weekend at the summer home of a friend who draws comic strips for a living. Now this friend, whom everyone calls Jake, is just a little bit bugged about speedboats and aquaplaning. What all this has to do with a murder will be found on the following 5 pages. But first, you had better meet the other people involved in the story. First there is Don, Sandra's fiancé. Then Jake, the comic strip artist. And Heidi, a friend of Jake's. Jake does all right, doesn't he? And 2 other characters who are always so far in the background that no one knows what they look like. And this is how it happens. Sandra and Don, Jake and Heidi are just shoving off in Jake's 150 horsepower, 19-foot runabout. It runs about 5 miles on a gallon of gasoline.
Hey Jake, is this as fast as this canoe will go? Or are you staying under 35 to save your tires?
Now, Don!
How about that, Jake? The boats in your comic strips are always way up in the air, they're going so fast.
If you people will be patient enough to wait until we reach the mouth of the river, this fire eater will show you plenty of speed.
Whee!
Wow!
See what I mean?
Say, Jake, you said you'd let me ride the aquaplane. Can I try it now?
Sure thing, but I'll bet you 5 to 1 you don't stay on.
Oh, is that so?
Yes, that's so! So you're going to show me up by riding it with all your clothes on, eh? Well, when that rope plays out, be ready to take off with a jerk.
Okay, Jake! Ha-ha!
Woohoo! Ride him, cowgirl!
Huh, there's another speedboat following me. They're getting too close for comfort. The crazy idiots! If I should fall off now, they'd never be able to avoid hitting me. As a matter of fact, that seems to be the general idea.
Those fools! Are they deliberately trying to run Sandra down?
I don't dare slow up or they'll be on top of her.
Hang on, Sandra!
Well, if it isn't Sandra Knight in person. We've been waiting to get you in a spot like this. We've got a little score to settle with you and your old man, the senator. And you're gonna be it.
Why you?
Cutting sharply, the mysterious boat lunges directly at Sandra.
Say your prayers now, baby. This is it.
Oh, yes?
But Sandra knows her aquaplaning. Shifting her weight, she swings away in a wide arc. Just as Jake cuts his motor, causing the killers to overshoot their mark.
Oh, I'll get you yet!
But Sandra's tow rope is severed by the churning propeller, leaving her stranded.
They're coming back! They're deliberately going to ram me and I'm helpless to avoid it!
Faster, Jake!
There's only one thing for me to do.
We got her, Joe. We got her. This'll teach the senator to mind his own business. Yeah!
But Sandra calls upon the courage that makes her famous as the Phantom Lady and dives just a split second before the roaring boat lunges through and splinters the aquaplane.
We can't even chase the dirty rats! Sandra may not have been killed. We've got to find her.
The fire eater could overtake that tub in a minute.
But with powerful strokes, Sandra has swum underwater until she comes up next to an anchored cabin cruiser.
Good. No one aboard. Now to become Phantom Lady and find out why Sandra Knight has become so unpopular.
Jake, look! There's a girl waving to us from that cruiser. It looks like the Phantom Lady!
I've dived 3 times. Perhaps she's seen Sandra.
Don't worry about the girl who was run down. She came up near my boat. My men are taking care of her. Give me the wheel. We're going after those killers.
Yes, sir, Captain.
A few minutes later, the fire eater has overtaken the craft of the would-be murderers.
Look out! They're shooting at us!
What do we do? We're defenseless.
But look! They're turning! They'll try to ram us! This will be a duel to the end of either them or us! Are you with me?
You bet!
The killers try to jockey for position, but the Phantom Lady prefers to meet her adversaries head on.
Hold tight!
Jake, we're going to crash!
Phantom Lady holds doggedly to her course. A collision is almost inevitable. The gunmen, however, are not made of such courage.
Cut her, Joe, cut her!
Now!
What a gal. Good girl.
That did it!
Wow!
A moment later,
Come on, you rats. We'll save you for the police.
Okay, bud, spill it. Why were you trying to kill Sandra?
We had to do it. You see, Sandra's father, Senator Knight, has been busting up a lot of the rackets. And so the boss wanted to get even. But I guess he didn't figure on the Phantom Lady butting in.
later, after the gunmen have been turned over to the authorities, Phantom Lady directs Don and Jake to a hospital where Sandra has supposedly been taken, and she promptly disappears, as is her custom.
This makes the third time either Dad or I have been attacked. Don, we must find out who this boss is.
You'd better leave that to the Phantom Lady. She knows more about these things than you do.
That Don is a dumb bunny, isn't he?